Alrighty.
Hello.
Hola.
Yola.
Buenas noches. All that good stuff. Hope everyone is doing well. Hi, Dunkle.
Hello, Dunkle.
Welcome, welcome. It has been a minute. We are back for a daily run. Ended up skipping last week. Oh, alright. This is going to be an interesting one.
Huh.
We have solo Isaac on Artemis with one-hit wonder.
Yeah, Isaac on Artemis, huh?
Enemy shuffler, too. Interesting. So we're not going to be able to rely on our usual knowledge of enemy layouts and attack patterns. At least not to the same extent. One-hit wonder... I mean, we're not going to be able to take advantage of the heat thing with Isaac at all, so that's going to be interesting. Yeah, it does seem fun. I mean, attacks are going to be something of a question mark with Isaac. He doesn't really have any strong attacks, so like even if I did get a Jupiter, I don't know how much I'd benefit from it. I guess we'll still have basics, obviously.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, is monitoring on?
No, sorry. I should probably turn that on so Tormod and I can hear each other better.
Hooray!
Wow, what a concept. Ears.
Hi, Shiny.
Alright. Well, if we were gonna do a solo run, at least we got to do it with Best Boy.
Also, the B upgrades might be value here.
Lurking is A-okay. I hope you enjoy the lurk. Always feel free to lurk. We love you, lurkers. You are valid. B upgrades does seem pretty nice. Removing some cards. I don't know how much that would... Oh, we get 2 basic dodges. Why did we get 2 basic dodges?
We have a solo.
Oh, right, yeah.
And we have 3 basic shots. Woohoo!
Yeah, I mean, like, removing some cards may be helpful, I guess. We could trash a basic dodge or something like that. Or maybe just, like, ditch basic block since we have the shield drone or something. Guess we get 2 attack drones, too.
I really hope that Hunter Wings shows up sooner than later, because that's probably going to be value here.
Yeah, it might be useful. Remove a card and gain 1 of 3 commons could be helpful. Because, like, we've got a lot of duplicates in this starting deck.
Yeah.
I'm thinking we either take the upgrades or we just remove a couple cards. But maybe the remove in common, I don't know. All of these are there's no standout option to me in terms of what might be the best value, but...
I think we got a hint that the upgrades might be kind of junk.
Yeah.
Well, if we removed a couple cards, geez, what do we even have in the way of attacks? Outside of basic shots and the 1 attack drone. 2 attack drones, never mind.
I mean, that's it. And like I was saying, like, Isaac really doesn't have much in the way of strong cannon attacks. Like, all of his attacks are technical, moves the enemy around kind of thing rather than for damage. So I think we really need to plan on drones as our damage strategy for the most part, which is going to be funky.
Yeah.
Scattershot spam on Jupiter. Yeah, fair. I suppose Scattershot is still pretty helpful for Cleo just because it gets you that extra movement, especially if you have Jupiters.
Especially with Jupiter, yeah, because you get it per shot.
Anyways, yeah. I think if I were to remove a couple cards, I might go for...
basic shots?
No. Because, like, those are your only attacks that you're likely to have for a while. It's important to have those. I mean, with it being one hit, removing basic block seems a little less of a good idea. The attack drones are useful as mid-row blocking. I guess maybe remove one basic shot. Could remove a basic shot and a basic shift because you have parallel shift. I don't know. It is tricky.
Oh.
Did I not make that one require text? That is fair. By next week, do you mean this week?
You mean like 2 days from now?
Oh, that's weird. It should let you add text. I must not have set that one up properly. That's fair.
48 hours-ish.
Check on that real quick. Modded Daily does sound fun, though. That's always a funky time. Oh, yeah, I guess I didn't require text. There we go. I fixed it. Thank you for catching that. Anyways.
Hell yeah, Toggles, let's go.
I should probably actually decide what I'm doing here.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if we die early, we die early. If not, it's probably fine regardless of which of these we take. I think removing is probably good value, just because we do have a lot of duplication here.
Yeah. Is it parallel shift A or B that gives you just like 2 instead of the immediate?
And B also just gives you drone shift, but it exhausts and gives you 3.
Yeah, that's fair. Maybe a shot and a basic shift.
Yeah, I'm thinking basic shot, basic shift, attack drone. Between those, I want to remove a couple. Attack drones are useful as mid-row for blocking, though.
Yeah, I would keep the attack drone, personally.
Yeah. I'm also trying to think of it in terms of, like, upgrade economy, right? Like, I can... Instead of removing the second basic dodge, I can always upgrade one of these to a B. Instead of removing the basic shift, I could do the same thing, but I already have a second card for that, so, like, it's a little less...
Yeah. I mean, like...
The basic shot does make more sense to get rid of, because the upgrades don't really have that same effect.
So, like, parallel shift is better than basic shift in every way.
Yeah, yeah.
So, basic shift seems like a really good removal.
I mean, it could also just go for a common and see if I get something with more variety that's useful. I mean, even just like a basic mine or something might be useful right now.
Honestly, you're not wrong. Just get rid of a basic shot and see what kind of common options you get.
Yeah, that or Burning 2 seems like the better choices here.
I still think that Burning 2 is going to give you better value in the end.
Alright. Let's see if we regret that. Okay, got a really fortunate configuration to start here.
Yeah.
Okay, it was a little lengthy, but could have been worse. Getting a Jupiter drone right away is sure interesting.
Yeah.
Missile shot is kind of tempting.
It really is, but it's also a common.
Yeah, I'll probably see it again. If I want a Jupiter, now would be the time to take a Jupiter.
I feel that as well.
Yeah. Kinda hard to pass that up. Okay, we've got one route and only one route that has 2 elites, so I think that is the play here.
Yeah.
It looks like there isn't any other route that would be the same amount of points anyways, so...
You can get 2 early upgrades and an elite.
I suppose. I don't think it would be worth it though compared to the extra points.
That's fair.
Because you also have an event there, so you're not even getting the same amount of normal fights either. Oh boy, ship part shuffling. Oh boy. I mean, gaining a max hull on one hit does seem pretty great.
Honestly, like, YOLO, we're at the beginning. If something happens, we start over.
I guess. Oh, that's cool looking.
That could be much worse.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, that's kind of better in most ways because it puts our missile bay a lot further from our cannon, so we can kind of shoot around our drones a little better. You know, Celine, I don't even think you're wrong for once.
And Hunter Wings would actually space everything out evenly.
Yeah.
So, like...
It's like, this is actually kind of cool. It almost seems intentional. I don't know if... Are dailies random, or do the devs actually, like, pick seeds? I have to imagine they're largely just letting it generate based on an algorithm or something instead of hand curating, but maybe they are. I don't know. It seems like that would be a lot of work, though, to do every single day. I mean, I guess you could do batches, but... Anyways, yeah, some randomly generated with some bespoke, that's probably a fair guess. There's my Jupiter.
There are definitely some things that feel like plandomizers.
Yeah. Oh, the downside with this ship layout, though, is the missile bay is the furthest right component, so parallel shift is always going to be pushing my drones away from the ship. Which is okay for attack drones, I guess, but not good for shield drones, and really not good for attack drones either, because enemies are going to be targeting me, so unless they're off to the right, they're not going to hit much.
In my mind, parallel shift, unless we get significantly different cards was probably going to be my first suggestion for an upgrade.
Yeah, it does seem like it would be helpful, but I mean, even like Solar Wind is gonna, or Solar Breeze, I mean, is going to tend to move drones to the right. This guy is really making me work for it here. I feel like I could have done something better a couple turns ago that would have made this a little easier, but I also just keep drawing my basics, or my basic shots, like on the same turn. Oh, that's really bad, actually. I should have moved left. Crap.
I don't think you would have been able to avoid the missile then.
No, I wouldn't have, but I could have survived getting hit by the missile. Well, no, I wouldn't have, because then I wouldn't get the shield from the shield drone. Is there any way out of this turn? I might just be screwed. I shouldn't have moved there before planning out my turn better. I just didn't realize until after starting to move that that would line up my weak spot.
If you move one more to the right and use your basic block, you'll get another shield.
And then I'll take 4 damage and die.
Oh. Yeah, I guess so. Sorry. Didn't realize it was going to line you up with the weak spot. Yeah, I don't think there is a way out.
Yeah, no, I screwed up a couple turns ago, I think. Okay, well, at least we found out early. We're only on, what, the second combat? It's fine. No major time loss.
You can just restart the fight if you want.
I guess. I don't know if it's really worth it.
Okay. GG.
We are pretty early on. I think I'd rather just play it out.
Sounds good.
It was an honest loss. I don't know, I am wondering about that removing cards being the good idea or not. I think it might actually be better not to. Or to go for the grab a common. I'm not gonna look at the
seeing as we're starting over
because
anyway.
Spoilers.
Yeah, let's see what the commons are.
Okay, so
Space
we've
Mine.
got Space Mine or Solar Breeze. I think knowing the shuffle coming up later, Space Mine might be a little more useful. I'm wondering if we should just skip the shuffling shift parts, though. Because that was really, like... There were a number of turns where I would have been able to use drones to defend myself, but couldn't because of the layout after that shuffle. So yeah, maybe we take Space Mine and don't take the shuffle.
Yeah. As wonderful of a shuffle as that was, really, like, going up against that particular enemy, maybe not.
Yeah. Probably should have dodged right there, but oh well. I don't know why I thought that was a good idea. I keep forgetting that the first cicada doesn't move on every other turn.
Hmm.
It's okay, Isaac, we're fine. WAOW. Okay, so here's the Jupiter missile shot thing again. I didn't even end up using the Jupiter last time because there just wasn't a good opportunity in that one combat where we had it. Missile shot is kind of compelling because it offers that 2 damage per energy, which right now nothing else in my deck does. But I think Jupiter drone is still probably the better bet here for the long-term play. I think I'm still going to take the same route. There's just way more points potential going that way than there is other ways.
Bet we won't.
I think I may just skip it.
Try it without shuffling this time, and then...
Because the one hull isn't a huge difference, and having the missile bay placement allow us to actually defend ourselves with mid-row, I think is more important.
Yeah. Stinger.
Sorry, Scoobert. Scoobert's not long for this world.
I long for Scoobert.
Okay, so I can't fully avoid this. I can immediately shoot down the missile and then move over and put an attack drone there, and that would, you know, be just fine damage-wise. So that seems like probably my best bet here.
Yeah. You'll end up with net.
I'll just be the same where where I started.
Yeah, or that. Yeah.
Parallel shift would have been useful here to get that attack drone lined up, but oh well. Pew pew pew. Hey, speaking of. Okay, getting a scatter shot already as well.
That's pretty helpful.
But also shift shot. It doesn't move me, it just moves them, but it's the same amount of damage for half the energy cost. On the plus side, Scattershot does kind of get me out of the way of my drones to be able to place more drones. And it moves them right instead of left. So this is probably a similar situation where I should take the rare while it's being offered to me.
I think that would be good.
Yeah. It's expensive, but there are situations where it could be pretty useful.
Flippable Scattershot.
Oh, and B does do a lot of damage, so maybe it is worth upgrading.
Oh, that too.
I mean, 3 damage isn't anything crazy, but it's at least, like, on par with EMP Slug. 2 cost 3 damage. Definitely a good time to have the Jupiter.
Yes.
The mine does 2 damage, not 1, so that's actually better here. Okay, so if I Scattershot here, it'll miss, but it'll still move me 2 over.
Yes.
So I still won't get hit here. Whereas if I just basic shot, they would hit my wing, and I would die. So I think that's what I gotta do.
I think so too.
Won't quite kill him this turn, but I'll at least get him down to 1. Oh, and then they just line themselves up. Perfect.
Very convenient.
Okay, doing okay so far. We got a flex move, an attack drone, and a space mine. The flex move is the only thing I'd really consider, but I don't really love that card unupgraded. It's essentially like playing a parallel shift A and a basic dodge.
Yeah.
Which, like, it's not terrible value, but it's not amazing. Especially since I already have 2 basic dodges. Granted, I'm making full use of that evade, but I don't know how much a flex move would really help me here. I'll skip it, hopefully. Oh hey, it's Drake. Scrambly Drake. Good time for a space mine. Still follows the same old Drake pattern, just cannons in different places, so we can at least rely on that.
Ramble.
Wait, what? Oh, okay.
I think I see. Go. Yeah. Oh. I thought you were gonna parallel shift things over and then play a space mine, but this also did a job.
And the job was done. Well, that's inconvenient. That remains inconvenient. Drake is just over here wasting all my points by targeting areas of my ship that are less optimal for me. I probably could have anticipated this. However, I really shouldn't have burned all of my evade to drop that Jupiter off. I was just gambling that Drake would line herself up for me.
Oh, dang it.
Yeah. Oh well, win some, lose some. Okay, that's something. Finally. Jupiter didn't end up doing anything.
It was there to look like Nintendo.
I suppose. There's Battalion that could be interesting.
Honestly, like, with Isaac only, it covers 3 lanes, like...
Yeah. It's not a bad way to just vomit out a few drones.
Does
it is
it upgrade
kind of
to have 4 at some point?
You can upgrade it to
Yeah.
B to get a second shield drone. I feel like the A upgrade is more worthwhile.
I think so too. Just in terms of, like, hi, you can do 4 damage a turn.
Yeah, the cost is pretty high for it just being 3 normal drones otherwise. I mean, I guess, like, I'm not super inclined to take it because we just already have all the component parts, but the downside of just playing these individually is it requires movement, whereas Battalion puts them out on either side. So I guess that's really where the value comes in, is I don't have to move around to play all those drones in one turn.
I think it is value.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems reasonably worthwhile. Drone Piercer, gotta take that.
Yep, that's no question.
Yep, that's a must. Overclock
Ooh.
generator prepped. I think overclocked is the
Yeah, the
winner
battles
here.
are lasting a while.
Yep, and they probably will be for a while. Oh, but Drone Piercer's going to help a lot with this one.
Yep, sure is.
Granted, that's going to suck a lot on the turns with payback. That's a dangerous game with this being a one-hit run.
Well,
I think we got to play it, though.
I think you do. Because what
Yikes.
else are you going to do?
Suffer. Well, here goes nothing, I guess. If we die, we die. Yeah, if we didn't have Drone Pierce, I would seriously consider just not even playing drones at all here. I guess there's enough room for me to use Battalion if I scoot over.
Yeah, both you and the drones.
Yeah. Seems like a decent play.
Yep.
It'll at least fill my shields up this turn, which will help protect me from payback on later turns.
And if Spike is stupid, like Spike is, GG.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, that could have been a lot worse.
I was waiting for it. Bye!
Yeah, I'll take that.
That was wonderful.
Rock Factory seems like a bad idea on a solo Isaac run. That's better if you're playing him as a defensive support character.
Yeah.
We kind of need to have our Missile Baby clear for drones,
Yeah.
not rocks. I mean, there are some artifacts that give you pretty powerful buffs for the asteroids, but I don't want to, like, count on that.
I don't either. I can see Shift Shot being kind of useful.
That's true. I did talk about Shift Shot being okay. It is at least cheaper than Scatter Shot.
And it would give us a reason to get rid of a basic.
I suppose, but we could also just upgrade a basic to do more damage, and that seems worthwhile.
Also fair.
I believe, Dunkel, that it does, if you're talking about salvage arm, if you launch a mid-row object into a mid-row object, you are destroying 2 mid-row objects, so you do get 2 energy for it.
Imagine playing Battalion on top of Battalion.
I mean, that would give you 6 energy, I guess.
So you would net 3 out of it, I guess.
Yeah.
Ooh, and then energy refund.
Anyways, outside of these incredibly hypothetical scenarios, looking at the actual scenario I'm in, I think we just skip.
That's fair. Piercer.
Normal Piercer. Oh,
Ooh,
but
wave
wave control.
control.
I think wave control is
Yeah.
actually a little bit better here.
Yep, that's good for survivability.
Because, like, the only thing Piercer would impact is the basic shots and the scatter shot coming from the ship cannon, because, like,
That's
even
it.
Jupiter drone is already piercing because of drone Piercer.
Yeah,
So,
we gotta, I think wave control
wave control
is,
seems great, yeah.
Yeah.
That extra drone shift is going to come in clutch.
Well, scatter shot sure doesn't seem too bad here after maybe a Jupiter drone. Because then we can just buy.
I suppose that's true. I was more thinking of just moving over and dropping a space mine, but
Well, this way we can get 2 damage and, actually 3 damage, and Stag will just be gone.
well, so if I play a Jupiter drone and scatter shot, I'm going to shoot first. It'll move over 2, so that'd be 1, 2. So
Oh,
it would only
fair.
be the 2 damage,
Well, 1 would pierce.
I guess. But I could also just drop a space mine, move over, and shoot it in the weak spot for 2. Non-piercing, but the mine wouldn't pierce either.
Yeah. I was just trying to think of ways to get out of there without taking damage.
I mean, I wouldn't take damage. It would just go off the 1 shield. Just be the 1.
Oh, you're
guess
saying
the
to move left 1. Yeah,
Yeah.
I see. Okay, I
Yeah,
see.
the
Okay.
advantage to scatter shot is that I wouldn't use my evade, but
You'll get more.
The scattershot strategy does get the Jupiter drone out, though.
It's true. I think it'd be fun. I don't know.
Yeah, you're probably right. It does seem reasonably worthwhile.
Bye.
Go get 'em, Io. It also means that we can do this now.
Very true. Yeah. Enjoy some weak shot. Oh, actually, that's,
What?
you know, piercing for double. Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah.
Wonderful.
That's not bad. Okay, that could be worse.
Yep.
Although we do lose our Jupiter here unless I move it. If I move the Jupiter over, or the drones over enough, I can play Battalion here.
Yeah, actually,
That seems pretty worthwhile.
that seems great. If you move it 1 and play Battalion, 1 attack drone will die. And then you won't destroy the Jupiter by doing so.
It's too bad there's only 2 spaces between them. I mean, yeah, I don't know that there's much better way to do it. I guess I could move things 1 to the right, or 2 to the right.
Yeah, that would work. Yeah, actually, that would work without destroying anything.
Yeah. I mean, I'll lose the shield drone, obviously, but that's fine. Oh, I should have attacked first. I didn't realize I had 4 energy that turn.
Well, you can still parallel shift if you want to keep the shield drone.
I guess.
Then you won't actually take any shield.
But I would lose 2 attack drones. I'd rather keep those.
Oh, fair.
I guess if I really want to be extra.
Oh, fair.
Roy's our boy.
Drone piercer for the win, though.
I mean, it is shredding through pretty well.
Gotta love it when it keeps hitting weak spots.
Where I suffer for my hubris, yeah. I suppose Scattershot would get me out of the way. Wait, do I have... That's 4, 5, 6. So I don't quite have lethal here. But I'm close. Because I can just take a basic block and tank this. It's only going to be 3 damage. It seems like those are my only options, is either play Scattershot or play basic shot, or basic block, I mean, and then end turn.
I think that you're better served by using basic block and just sitting it out.
Just letting them do the damage, yeah.
Yep.
Because now I win, so...
Yep. Yeah, basic dodge, basic shot, you're good. Or just this, yeah.
Yeah, the basic shot wouldn't pierce, so...
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, GG.
Yeah, you always have that, like, back of the mind, like, am I doing my math right? Am I doing my math right? Okay, Bay Overload seems like way too big of a downside.
No, not with Solo Isaac.
Yeah,
although,
way too many drones being used for that to be a good idea.
Breeze could be useful.
It's not gonna hurt, I don't think.
Yeah, I think it's a good pick.
It just gives me that little bit more free movement to be able to play drones a little more often.
And if you...
There will be the occasional turn where I can't play it and it's gonna suck, but like, most of the time it's not gonna hurt me.
Yeah, and if it becomes an upgrade option, you can always make it flippable.
There's basically always going to be better cards to upgrade. There's no way
You're not
I'm
wrong,
work my way down
but
to that.
Yeah.
I mean, my concern with taking Solar Breeze, or with taking too many cards like that, is that Isaac already very much has a tendency in his deck to move to the left and move enemies and drones to the right. Like, Parallel Shift moves drones to the right already, Scattershot moves your ship to the left already. And I don't want to get too far away from my drones to the point that they become useless because the enemy's not over there anymore.
I feel it.
Because I'm not, because, you know, obviously I also have to be there for shield.
Ship targeting. Well, that too.
So yeah, I don't know. There are situations where Solar Breeze is helpful. I usually feel like one is okay, but part of it being useful is for its interactions with other characters or with the ship, which isn't really going to go on here at all.
Yeah, I was thinking about it in terms of card draw.
Well, it's 1 for 1. It's a zero-cost card that draws 1 card, so it doesn't help me at all there.
Fine, skip it.
The only real advantage is that it would make it free slightly more of the time to be able to move things over to play another drone, but right now, especially since I got the wave control, I don't think that that's as important.
Yeah. Alright.
Okay, so as far as upgrades, Scattershot B seems pretty worthwhile for the damage.
Yeah.
But also Battalion A seems pretty great for the damage. I mean, that's effectively adding 2 damage as well.
Yeah.
We could upgrade either one of the attack drones as well, but like I think we'd get more out of upgrading our rare cards here.
I think that...
Or I could go for a movement upgrade, like a basic dodge B would be a pretty okay option here. It would let the deck be thinned out a little bit, as well as giving me more evade when I play it. So in terms of action economy, that seems pretty worthwhile.
I think that Scattershot is more useful because it doesn't exhaust. And you still get the 2 damage
but I'm
increase
typically only playing it once, maybe twice a combat. And the other thing to consider about Battalion is that even though it exhausts, I get that extra damage every turn that those drones are alive, as opposed to just when I play the card.
I get that.
So I think that makes Battalion a pretty good value by comparison.
You're not wrong, but I still think that... I don't know.
I'm more inclined to upgrade Battalion first or go for the basic dodge B just for the action economy of it. Because Scattershot is already useful just for it being a movement card, like...
You're not wrong.
And as much as because it is such a movement-heavy card, I'm not always going to want to play it if the movement would be, unwanted in that scenario. So I'm not always going to benefit from that damage, whereas Battalion, if there's a situation where I can manage to play it, I'm basically always going to want to. Especially if those are upgraded. Battalion's also going to pierce fully with all damage, whereas Scattershot's only going to pierce if the Jupiter drone also hits, which is harder to do with Scattershot because it has that enemy movement.
Yeah. I guess I would go with Battalion A then.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I almost still just want to take the basic dodge, because, I have been kind of running out of evade a lot.
Go for it.
But having more damage is going to get these fights over sooner, and that's something that has been... I don't know. These have been taking a long time for a daily.
I tend to err on the side of strength over dex.
Yeah, that's fair. At least in a daily, that does tend to be a good strategy. We'll go Battalion. Okay, this is an interesting one. Oh, we do get 4 energy this turn.
And you could immediately lose both of your attack drones with Battalion A.
Well, yeah, obviously I wouldn't play those here. That would not be worth it. But I could move over and play it, and just lose the shield drone, which I can easily replace later.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if it wouldn't be better to play the Space Mine and leave Battalion for next time it comes around.
4 damage out the gate's not bad, though.
No, and I will get more benefit by having those drones out early, so it is probably better to play them sooner than later. I think I'll hop one to the left, actually, and play that battalion, because the shield drone will make it so that I can survive that hit.
Oh, okay.
And if I'm able to... Well, I guess the whole moving left thing isn't as important here because I am kind of trying to make use of... Yeah, it's probably better to just move right.
Yeah, I would conserve shield.
Okay, so if I move my drones over and then scattershot, one of the drones will then get hit. I guess I could move them over again after that and they wouldn't get hit. So then they would be here, and there would be an attack going through here. I would get hit by that. But I think that would be it.
So if you...
No, I'd get hit by... I would be in the way of 2 attacks. I mean, I could block both of them, so it'd be fine.
So what if you attack droned, parallel shifted to the left, scatter shot?
Oh, like, this is what I was talking about doing, but there's no reason to... I mean, I could put out a drone first, sure.
I was just thinking.
Either drone would be fine, but
right.
Yeah. I would still want to use 2 shift so that I protect my attack drone 2s.
Sure.
I guess if I'm going to lose 2 shield at the end of the turn, it'd be better to put out a shield drone now. So I can start recovering that.
Not the worst idea, no. Either way, action economy.
And then if I move this over, I only lose 1 shield because the shield drone takes the other hit, so...
Right, yeah. Seems good.
That puts me in a decent spot. Okay, too bad I got the Jupiter and not the mine.
But you can get the shield drone back out.
True. I'm gonna lose 1 attack drone here either way. I don't really gain a ton by drone shifting here.
Not really.
So I should save that for later. So yeah, it does seem like the move is just block it with the shield drone. Or move over 1 to the left, use that basic shot, and then just tank the hit, but it's only 1 damage, it doesn't seem all that great. I think we just tank this turn and build up our dodge.
Yeah, so if you throw that out there and then parallel shift to the left and then use the basic shot.
Oh, I mean, I guess if I want to use my drone shift, yeah.
Yeah, it was just an idea.
Parallel shift is a card, but yeah.
Sorry, drone shift.
Yeah, I mean, I could still do that. I feel like it's more useful to keep the drone shift and just stay put and get some basic dodge.
Yeah, that's also fair. Let me evade.
I suppose I have scattershot here, so I could just push it out of the way. Actually, yeah, that'll let me parallel shift, because then, even though that would push the drone into an attack, once I scattershot, it'll put it back in the clear.
Yep.
So if I parallel shift, if I drop an attack drone there, the scatter shot would push it past the attack drone.
Have a good sleep, Ash. We'll see you tomorrow.
Sleep well, Ash.
In like 12 hours. 13 hours, I guess.
Yeah, if I... Okay, so parallel shift, scatter shot. I think I'll just do a basic shot instead of dropping an attack drone, because the attack drone would just miss. Oh shoot, I forgot to snooze the ad.
I did.
Oh, okay.
It was under a minute, I just figured.
Yeah, that was why I hadn't clicked it yet. I usually wait. I just saw it disappear and thought that the timer had run out.
Nah.
Okay, right then, so parallel shift, basic shot, scatter shot.
Cool.
The attack drone still gets its shot in. We're good. I have 2 drone shift here, so I could move the attack drone all the way over to that gap.
Honestly, that's probably a solid choice. Well, plus then you can actually move both of them if you shoot one now.
Yeah, that was my thinking. So I'll do a basic shot first, because I have the 3 energy to use anyways.
Mm-hmm.
I probably should be using mines more, because this thing shoots a lot all over the place anyways, but I don't know, it seems like kind of a bird in the hand thing.
A little bit.
Well, I can put the Jupiter out, but I can't really put it anywhere useful unless I play all these basic dodges to get way over there. I would have to play literally all of them to get it somewhere where it wouldn't immediately get shot, though.
Yeah, without any drone shift at this point, you're going to lose 2 drones anyhow.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, we're toward the end.
Yeah. I mean, realistically, if I want the Jupiter drone to be useful at all, I have to play it this turn regardless.
Eh.
But I wouldn't be able to afford to play... If I just play one basic dodge and I just put it in the way of that attack, I can get 1 shot out of it. And then just have it die. That would maximize my damage this turn. Would that actually get me to lethal? No, it would not. But it would get it to 2 hull next turn, which I definitely would be able to end there. Or almost definitely. So let's do that. Oh my god, I got scattershot, so I can't actually finish it this turn. That's terrible. Well, wait, no, I got parallel shift. So I can parallel shift it so the drone does still hit afterward. Never mind, we're fine.
Haha.
We're good, we're good. It's good. Okay. We made it through zone 1. Took a little finagling and a couple tries, but we're done, we got there. Energy drone is an interesting option. I feel like we've already decided Rock Factory is not super viable here.
And neither is Bay Overload.
And neither is Bay Overload, yeah, because like 2 whole turns of not being able to use drones kinda sucks.
A little bit.
So yeah, I think Energy Drone is probably the most worthwhile.
And worst case, it blocks an attack.
Yeah, yeah. But we've used those pretty effectively as, like, energy stacking in the past.
Hey look, it's Salvage Arm.
Yeah, and high frequency intercom. Honestly, if it were zone 2, I would definitely take intercom. I am still kind of tempted to for the card draw.
I mean, it's basically zone 2.
I mean the end of zone 2. Like,
Okay, fair.
this is a boss artifact, it's only going to show up at the end of Zone 1 or Zone 2. Yeah, I mean, like, for card draw, it's almost worth it just to take it anyways, because, like, you know, like, keeping a small deck size is a little less important when it's kind of all the same cards, but I don't have any one standout really good card that I'm trying to draw more often. Blast Cannon is usually really good. Salvage Arm doesn't hurt. It doesn't have downsides like the other two. So there is that. I don't know, what's your thought?
You would have to become comfortable with destroying your own drones.
Well, no, I mean, like, I can just use it as a passive thing. There are turns where it would make sense, but I wouldn't have to leverage it, whereas
yeah,
the other two are just all the time, but...
Do you really want to not be able to skip card rewards?
No, but, you know. In any case, we do have our ad break coming up here, so we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in 3 or 4 minutes to hit Zone 2. This is a great time to get up, stretch, get some water, take care of yourself, and we'll see you then.
See ya.
Alright, after stepping away and coming back, I still don't feel any more decisive about this artifact choice.
I was like, whoa, you thought.
I did not think.
That's fair. Same.
The ad breaks give me that necessary several minutes to just stop thinking about game every hour, which is useful, but in this case did not make it any easier.
I almost wonder if glass cannon would be more useful.
I'm kind of thinking that.
Like, I think it has the fewest downsides.
Well, salvage arm has the fewest downsides.
Yeah, but you actually have to destroy shit that you're using. Or mid-row that would be useful to have block with.
Yeah, but like you don't have to. It can be a completely passive artifact.
It can be.
There are turns where you're going to do that anyways, and it's useful in those cases. It just gives you more options, essentially. It doesn't have any direct downside.
I don't know. My vote is for probably glass cannon.
Yeah, I mean, glass cannon is like a really high-tier artifact. Like, it's a little less useful in this case, but it's basically always useful.
I was really hoping for Hunter Wings.
Yeah, Hunter Wings would have been nice to see, but...
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I guess, like, I was a little less inclined to take an energy artifact given the fact that we grabbed Energy Drone, but it's going to be easier to play Energy Drone...
With more energy.
With more energy, yeah. The thing is, like, on a solo Isaac run, more energy only helps up to a point, because we can't draw more cards. So... Hey, Shaka, you're purple today.
Purple.
At least on... my end of things. I guess the stream layout chat shows you as like a teal sort of color.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's kind of like level 3 green for me.
Sea green, sea foam green maybe here on stream. It's fine. Colors are colors. Yeah, I think we take glass cannon, risk the weak spot in favor of getting that extra energy.
Yeah.
That is not surprising. Are you using like a smart TV or something? Smart TVs are almost universally terrible.
Yeah.
No offense, I'm just not a fan of such integrated devices. The one thing that they have as an advantage over just using a console or a computer connected to your TV is energy efficiency, and that's about it. But oh, Apple TV, that's fair. That's fair. I don't actually know what the experience is like on those. I've never used those specifically. I guess I could basic shot and drop battalion here. Otherwise, I could drop a drone and then move over and drop space mine and basic shot. I could get my energy drone thing going early. I mean, between having overclock generator and glass cannon, we're already gonna be rolling in it with the energy, so I don't know that playing the energy drone is actually gonna be super important.
Not this turn. I think if you want to do battalion, you'd probably want to move over first.
That's what I was saying, was like move over, shoot once, drop battalion.
Yeah, okay. I missed the move over.
But yeah, getting those attack drones sooner than later is good value over the course of the fight, especially with the piercing.
Yeah, 2 turns and you're done. And you can shield drone again.
Yeah, I sure can. Actually, I'm gonna parallel shift. I mean, I guess it probably isn't even gonna end up mattering, but yeah, I'll parallel shift attack first, and then move it back over and drop the shield drone there.
GG.
Yep, doesn't matter. Love that drone piercer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Battalion A is paying dividends.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't bother taking any of those. Yeah.
No. Okay, so we can go...
Ooh, 2 routes.
Yeah, looks like there's a few routes, actually, because we can take any of this either as well.
Sure.
I'm thinking we go for the upgrade over the question mark.
I think so, too.
Because that's guaranteed to be helpful.
Yep.
Whereas the event could be negative or neutral.
Yeah, let's go for the upgrade.
Yeah. And then we can ask chat for an up-down later.
This one's for you, Dunkel.
Stardog.
Darstog.
Stardog with asteroids. Quirky.
I forgot. I was going to get all excited for salvage arm, and I realized we didn't take it.
We do not have salvage arm. Also, that only counts when you destroy Midrow, not when Stardog destroys Midrow.
I know, but I was going to say, like, hey, you can move over and... Yeah,
I guess, yeah. If I scattershot here, I could actually put a drone out toward his cockpit this turn without using any movement. That seems like it might be decent value. Get the Jupiter drone set up early. What?
Just what Shaka
yeah.
said. Rocket Rat
Yeah,
Game 3!
yeah, that would not surprise me. Chinese been pretty consistently on those leaderboards.
I know someone famous.
Famous in our little community of Cobalt Core gamers.
Lowercase g gamers, let's be real.
Nothing wrong with that.
Gamers, parentheses, not a slur.
Okay, so do I spend the evade or take the hit here? I think I just take the hit.
I think you do too, yeah.
The evade's gonna be more useful later.
Yeah.
Stardog, as usual, is happy to talk shop when he's done exploding us.
Darstog.
Okay, lots of different ways I could approach this turn. I'm trying to think about what would maximize my turn here. I'm kind of tempted to check out Battalion, but there's not like an obvious place to do it.
So, my thought...
I mean, I have a lot of movement, but...
My thought would be to parallel shift 2 to the left, use your basic shot, and then Battalion A.
Yeah, I mean, if I do it that way, I lose one of the attack drones at the end of the turn here to a missile.
Oh, I suppose that's true.
So I had been thinking about
I guess
shifting things further or shifting things to the right and moving myself over, dropping the battalion so that I lose the shield drone instead. But I also could kind of use the shield, so maybe I do just accept that I'm going to lose that attack drone and move on with things. That's probably more worthwhile.
Yeah, I think, yeah. Golly gee, I sure wish that these drones also had stun.
Yeah. I mean, Stun Charger would be great to have with the Jupiter, if nothing else. But,
Sure would.
or Stun Calibrator, whatever it's called.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. Stun Cal.
I mean, I could drop a drone, or not a drone, a mine. I could play everything but Battalion. I would do a little less damage, and I wouldn't get the shield at the end of the turn.
Yeah,
the Battalion's probably the better value.
Yeah.
Okay, so move this guy over out of the way. Get the basic shot in. Drop Battalion. End the turn.
Then you only get one missile next turn.
Yep. Okay, there's the energy drone. I would kind of like to be able to use these basic shots. I could accomplish that in a number of ways. Moving 2 to the left seems like the easiest, though.
Yeah, probably.
This also means not dropping a drone.
Well, I mean, you could still drop a shield drone off to your left when you do that.
No, I can't.
Oh,
If I
yeah,
move 2 to
never
the left,
mind, I'm
that
sorry.
would hit my Jupiter, yeah.
Well, no. Never mind.
I guess I could use my drone shift at the end and sacrifice my shield drone, move that over to take the missile and have the gap in front of my missile bay, and then I could drop an energy drone or something.
Yeah.
Or just a second shield drone. I don't know.
Probably another shield drone, honestly. We don't need the energy.
I don't know.
I might just stay put.
Yeah, the drone shift is pretty useful, and it's not like the shield drone is going to die if I stay put.
And honestly,
I can blast the
like,
missile out of the way if I get a basic shot at the start of
I
next
was going to
turn.
say, like, you're in a pretty good position where if Stardog doesn't move at all, you can just shoot whatever that missile is. Yeah. It's just a 1 damage missile, isn't it?
2.
Is it 2? Okay, so you
Yeah.
well, your shields could just eat it. You got a basic anyway, so...
Yeah, and I got scattershot, so that's probably actually a little more useful.
That won't actually move... Yeah, it will.
Yeah, it'll move me, and it'll only move him to normal too because it'll hit
Right, I forgot
the
about
once
the
for
Jupiter.
the Jupiter, yeah. Granted, that still won't be quite enough for the attack drone to hit him, but I can move it over if I want to. So yeah, I think I scattershot and basic shot here.
Well, actually, if you wanted to, you could basic dodge and...
I think I need to scattershot if I want to position myself well.
Yeah, you're right.
Then I basic shot for the damage. I have 1 energy left. I could slide this over, get the 2 more damage off of the attack drone,
And
and
the
then
shield.
also put the other attack drone out for that 3rd damage. Then he'll only have 2 health left.
Yeah, then you're back up to full shield.
Granted, it might be better for me to play the basic dodge here so I can get out from behind the Jupiter drone next turn.
You know, honestly, that's the better idea because it's still going to take 2 turns to kill him anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, guess so. Movement is important. Especially if he goes and does that, yeah. Not that that matters because I didn't get anything super useful, so I actually would have been better off playing the attack drone because I could have just dropped a second one here and had the kill.
Yep, kind of turns out that way. Oh well.
Well, no, it wouldn't. The mine would kill. The mine I can do anyways, though. I guess what I can do then...
Well,
I
actually...
have 4 energy, so I can drop a shield drone to get rid of the missile, drop the mine, then play basic dodge. Or I don't even need to play basic dodge. Yeah.
Yeah, you can still do it this turn then.
We've got it.
Yeah, GG.
You played yourself, Stardog. Hey, there's that missile shot finally.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's a good one.
Yep. That's good value.
Alright, what are we upgrading?
Good question. So, I want to say Missile Shot has a corrosion upgrade. It does.
It sure do. And
piercing.
It's piercing. Yeah,
That's
that seems like a
tempting.
no-brainer, honestly.
Corrosion does seem like it would be a little more worthwhile than usual for a daily, just given how slow Isaac has been anyways. I mean, Missile Shot A is a lot of damage too. That gets you effectively 6 damage if you can hit with both. But
Both
Missile
really
Shot
good.
E is pretty good.
So the other consideration too, though, is we have Drone Piercer now.
Yeah.
So, like, Missile Shot A actually is... Wait,
Yeah.
that's not drones. That's a missile.
Missile is a missile, yeah. So the
Yeah.
missile doesn't pierce. So B seems like it would synergize a little better since all of this damage is going through shields.
Yeah, let's do it.
Granted, Missile Shot B
Does exhaust.
does exhaust, and it only gives you 2 damage up front instead of 4, but
So we do have the Jupiter, which will pierce.
let's at least look at our other options for upgrades before we jump at that. I still kind of like the idea of a basic dodge B. I don't think Energy Drone is important enough to upgrade.
Not really.
We still have Scattershot A or B that would both be kind of helpful.
Mm-hmm.
E would be good for damage.
Yeah, especially now that we have the Jupiter drone.
I still really, yeah, I don't know. From just a raw, like, damage potential standpoint, I think Missile Shot is probably a better option. Because it
given
does
the fact
guarantee that it'll get through shields. Like, even if we couldn't hit with the corrosion missile, it's a piercing attack, so that's nice.
I think given that these battles are just long because they're Isaac,
Yeah,
I think that it is probably really good value.
yeah. I'm inclined to agree, yeah. Isaac doesn't have a whole lot of offensive options, so giving him something else that's a strong offensive, even if it's still over time, is going to be good here.
So I'd say Missile Shot B or Scatter Shot B.
I think Missile Shot's a better option,
Yeah,
value-wise.
sure.
Because it's also, like, because it's a missile, it's going to be a little bit harder to get that open gap to play it, so having it be a once per combat thing instead of a trying to play it repeatedly through the combat thing
Sure.
is going to help in some ways. Oh boy, it's Dahlia. This is going to be interesting.
Oh, hey, Missile Shot B.
Yeah. About that. I don't know if this is the best time to play it, but I guess we have parallel shift and some drone shift and a whole lot of energy. So maybe we can make it work anyways. I guess if I Missile Shot B,
we have to line
then
up for
I
it.
parallel shift and move it over. The missile will be here, then I attack drone, then I move it over again, then I attack drone, then I move it over again. I would only use one of my drone shifts, and I would block both these shots with attack drones, and I would still hit with the corrosion. So that actually seems like a pretty good turn.
Yeah, probably.
I definitely want to use the missile shot right away,
Yeah.
so I can get that corrode to start working. Okay. We've got the Jupiter, we've got the space mine, we've got the energy drone. We've got the combination Pizza Hut and Taco Bell. Anyways,
Called that.
thanks, brain. Okay, so drop a space mine, move over to the right, drop a Jupiter, attack, basic dodge. I guess I would want to shift this missile out of the way first.
So here's an idea. So if you put the Jupiter out now. 2 drone shift to the right. Space mine, then basic shot.
Yeah, but then the Jupiter would get hit by this missile at the end of the turn.
I guess.
I don't want to lose the Jupiter, I guess.
No, it makes sense. I get you. I get you.
Wait, so... Friend's old friend. So I'm 4 degrees from combination Pizza Hut and Taco Bell? That's pretty cool. Screw Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, right. Also, though, can Taco Hut.
And Taco Hut. Ah, we sure do live in a country. Anyways. Yeah, I'm thinking move this over, drop a spamine, move over again, Jupiter.
Yeah,
pew
your
pew,
plan was better.
Dodge. Alright, that's a heavy missile. I don't like that.
Yeah. However,
Scattershot might be...
that...
It would keep me from playing Battalion, but it would get the drone to survive and get me
out of the way.
out of the way.
Honestly, it's not the worst.
And, it would
And then
get
you
rid of
could
the
build
missile.
up your block and dodge.
Yeah, I think it's a good turn to just
Yeah.
get out of the way. And it's not like I'm not doing any damage. I still get the 1 piercing plus the corrode, so...
Yeah. No, honestly, that was a solid evasive maneuver.
Normally I'd play a little more aggro for a daily, but that's fine. Oh, right, yes, only the Jupiter pierces. I wasn't thinking about that when I started attacking, but I have enough energy to play all my cards anyway, so...
Yeah, you might as well. And now...
oh, I guess with the corrode it would finish.
Yeah, if you throw the attack drone out, it should be fine.
Yeah, because I'll get shield off the shield drone anyway, so I won't die to the Seeker. Or take damage to the Seeker, rather. Yeah, we're good.
You should be fine. Delightful.
Okay, Solar Breeze B I love.
Yeah,
that's
the
great.
pre-upgraded version, big thumbs up to that.
Flippable good.
Hey.
Okay, so we have an up or a down here, chat. We could take either route. They are functionally identical. Dunkel is still paying attention, so we're gonna go up.
You didn't even get through your sentence. Well, I love it. I love it.
I did actually, like, ask enough of the question. It's fine. Okay, Goliath ended up with both brittle spots right next to each other this time. That's interesting.
Yeah, you could just basic scatter.
Well, I don't want to do that because of the reflexive coating. It's going to turn armored after the first shot.
Basic, move, scatter, shield drone. I don't know.
I'm not sure. Yeah. I think I might play the Solar Breeze just to see what it gets.
Sure.
I don't really need the shift this turn. It's my other basic. Okay.
Hooray! We are
Thanks, Isaac. I knew that.
basic dogs.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting this reflexive coating business is here.
Yeah, since I don't have piercing on the normal cannon, I don't know that it's even really worth it to just go for, like, spending my evade to shoot again. Because it's just going to bounce off the shields.
You know what you could do, though? Scatter shot, and then basic shot.
Yeah.
I like that, because then you don't even have to spend evade to not get hit.
I mean... I'm not even gonna hit with the basic shot after scatter shot.
Yeah, I guess. Well, whatever.
I think we just got an unlucky draw getting all of our basic shots on turn 1 here.
Ace, low K ace.
Not much for it. Nameless one.
But it has a name now.
No, it's simply Nameless One. That's a title, not a name.
Huh.
Alright. We still have all of our 3 drone shifts to start, so I can move this shield drone if I need to. I also got 2 basic dodge this turn, although I can only play one of them if I want to get Battalion out.
Yeah.
But also, like, both of these cannons are pointed at me and looking very deadly.
Yeah. You could just leave.
I guess that's always an option. Simply don't. So if I push the shield drone 2 to the right and play Battalion and then move 1 to the right myself, I would be more than fine in terms of being able to block things. I would lose one of the attack drones and one of the shield drones.
Yeah, that seems less than ideal. But
I could move the ship. Well, let's see. Well, yeah, actually, even with just the shield drone where it's at, if I move the ship 2 to the left, I would be taking 4 damage. But if I'm 2 to the left and I put out Battalion, I'll get 2 shield from the 2 shield drones. So I would have full shield, so I'd be able to take that 4 damage. And then I would only lose 1 shield drone, and one of the attack drones would be hitting Brutal. So it seems like that's the better, as long as I'm not missing something with my math there. But yeah, moving 2 to the left and dropping Battalion seems like my best move.
sure, do it up.
It's tight, but I should survive it. I don't know which one of those is Ludwig, but good on him. Okay, we're good. We're good. It's all right. Okay, don't have any movement here, and I'm completely out of shield, so I kinda have to move at least one of these over.
So you could drone shift 2 to the left to do the missile shot.
I'm thinking more so moving to the right, honestly. I think I could move them all 3, move them the full 3 to the right and then missile shot and get the piercing doubled on the brittle. I think if there's a time to spend that drone shift, it's now.
Yeah, not dying seems good.
Well, and also, like, one of the 2 drones will still survive even though it wouldn't hit here.
Right, yeah, I get you.
And I'll end the turn with a shield, whereas now I have none.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, do it up.
Just too bad I can't play any other drones there. There might be a better strategy.
Well, as soon as you move 2 of them, you could play something else before you drone shift the 3rd.
Yeah, I would just shoot it if I played Missile Shot.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, I could play a Space Mine, drone shift the 3rd. It's going to drop another mine, most likely. I'm pretty sure this one only drops mines. So then it would be hitting itself for 4 damage, but that's not piercing. So it would block all of it
But
anyways.
it is brittle.
I guess, yeah. I don't know if the brittle would count for both or just the first one because of reflexive. If it was both, then yeah, it would end up doing 2 damage, but that's still only 2 damage compared to 4 plus corrode. So I think the Missile Shot's still the better play. It's too bad Missile Shot launches the missile and then attacks, because otherwise I could put the Jupiter drone out, and then the attack would get doubled, and then the missile would just blow up the Jupiter drone afterward. But it puts the missile out first, so that's a moot point. Yeah, I think my original plan is still probably my best bet.
Yeah, do it up.
Really starting to make me feel like maybe I should go for that basic dodge upgrade, because I keep running into turns like that where the lack of movement is a major hindrance. If I put an attack drone at the brittle spot, I think I'll just win on the mid row here before the attacks get to me. That should double pierce due to the 2 damage, so we're fine.
It doesn't feel like it'd be a bad idea to dodge out of the way anyway, just to be safe.
I can't, so...
Why not?
I can only get 1 dodge.
That's what I'm saying. Well, at least you'd only take 1 hull then, worst case.
No, I would...
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, I would die.
Yeah, it's fine. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. Simply do not worry.
Simply don't die.
Boop.
Okay, that was a little dodgy, but we got through.
Eh. Skip. Hey,
Hull
look.
plating, gravel recycler. I mean, hull plating seems
Hull plating seems
like
great.
a good idea.
Hull plating seems great.
And granted, then again, like, that really only matters if I actually take the damage, which unless I'm going for Cleo, which I don't think I am.
I mean, just giving yourself a little breathing room feels pretty okay, but...
I guess.
I don't know, man.
I mean, gravel recycler is going to come in handy if I run into Starnacle. And anywhere else there's an asteroid field, really. Like, it'd be good on Duncan, it would be good in a number of spots.
Those are the 2 I can think of, but yeah.
Well, yeah, those are the 2 that, like, always have them, but asteroid fields can show up in any other fight. Other than, like, the Cobalt, but... I don't know, I guess, like, it's not a huge thing to be losing out on if I take hull plating instead. It just seems like it could be useful.
I mean, it is a daily. I shouldn't be taking damage anyway, but what if you do?
Yeah, I get it. If I had taken any of the asteroid cards already, I think I would go gravel recycler, but because we haven't, I probably will go hull plating here.
Sounds good.
It does seem like there's a viable strategy in this seed to using Rock Factory intentionally and just taking Scrap Recovery Arm, Gravel Recycler,
Yeah.
and just like kind of accepting that a lot of your mid-row stuff is going to get blown up. Yay, we've made it to like starting HP for the Artemis.
Hooray. And then
Oh,
Bjorn
god damn it, it's
happens.
rail cannon. Okay. Shuffled rail cannon even.
Shale cannon.
I did get my Jupiter right away.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna shift that one to the left and then drop the mine.
Yeah. That seems good.
Piercing's not gonna matter here, but that's not a bad thing, really. Means that all of our damage is useful damage.
Yeah.
Oh, of course, now when I actually want a basic, I don't get a basic. Basic shot, I mean.
Well...
I have enough shift, I could just slam the missile all the way into the wall if I really want to be petty about it.
I was thinking that you have parallel shift, and then you could just battalion A.
Well, that too, I guess. Parallel shift is the wrong direction, but...
I mean, if it just kept moving things to the right, I don't know.
Yeah, actually, battalion would do enough damage to just end the phase.
Yep.
So it would really only be the miss. Honestly, yeah, I'm gonna do the petty thing, the silly thing, the haha funny thing. And I'm just gonna, like, burn all of my evade here. I don't know, maybe I don't bother destroying the missile, maybe I just tank the missile and...
Because it's only a 1 damage missile, right?
Yeah, it's mainly the
card
draw that I'm concerned about, yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
But, like, I would have to spend literally all of my drone shift to destroy the missile here, so it's
I don't think
probably
it's
not
worth
it.
it.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, like, setting yourself up with all of this for next turn is still pretty good value.
Well, I was planning on doing that either way.
Right. But I'm saying, like, having 1 less card draw next turn isn't too bad.
Sure, yeah.
Oh.
Interesting.
Hey, Rail Cannon, you want to move? Oh, wait, you can't.
Yeah, there is that. Likewise, I can move my drones around, but because of the layout of the cannons here, there's not really any great way of doing that. I guess if I moved them one to the left, both attack drones would still hit. Okay, so if I move these both one to the left,
and
I move myself one to the right,
yeah.
I can hit the weak spot for the basic shot scatter shot.
Yep.
That'll do 3 and 3.
And it would move you back over out of attack range.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems good.
So I'd lose my attack drone and Jupiter drone at the end. Or wait, no, it's 3 and 3 plus 4 from the drone, so I would just end the phase.
Yeah, yeah. That seems right.
Okay, yeah. So we move these one to the left, move me one to the right, and then attack twice.
Yep.
Perfect.
Yes. Wonderful.
Okay, battalion just surprisingly ending up being the real MVP here.
Yep.
Oh, and Solar Breeze actually comes in handy here as well because I can get these out of the way of the weak spot again.
Mm-hmm.
But do I actually want to do that? Actually, it'd be better to move myself over, because that way the attack drone stays lined up with the other weak spot.
Kind of a horse apiece, but yeah.
Well, no it isn't, because if I shifted these, then the attack drones wouldn't hit weak. They would only do 4 damage instead of 5. This way I can do just enough damage to do lethal, otherwise I wouldn't quite have lethal. Because now the missile shot will do 5. Oh wait, no, because the Jupiter's still in the way, it would get destroyed by the damn missile. Crap. Crap. Okay, well if I move it over and do missile shot, and then just drop an attack drone, I'll be fine.
Where are you going to drop the attack drone?
where the corrosion missile comes out, I'll just destroy it first with a shield drone.
Okay.
I have plenty of energy. So.
Yeah, I was just curious.
Yeah, so if I move these over to the left...
Yep. You're fine.
Play a missile shot for the damage, drop a shield drone to destroy the missile, and then drop an attack drone. That'll use all my energy, but it should do lethal.
Yeah, you're fine.
Little convoluted, but we got there in the end.
Another Jupiter. Seems like the only worthwhile thing there.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, we haven't made a ton of use of it, but it is still pretty helpful.
I think it's pretty useful.
Yeah, I guess it wouldn't hurt.
It's a one-cost fodder card, if nothing else.
And it makes it a little bit less, like, crucial need to defend the one that I have, because if I have a second one, I can fall back on.
Yeah.
It's not as big a deal if one gets destroyed. Heal Booster, Bubbler, and Chaff Emitters. I think Bubbler could be pretty helpful here. Chaff Emitters also pretty good. Now that we have more hull, I'm a little more inclined to go Bubbler. If we did decide to try Cleo, Chaff Emitters would be probably better. But I don't think we will. I'm just not going to be confident enough in my ability to actually make it happen. I'm sure there are ways to with this seed, but that's true of most seeds. That doesn't necessarily mean my run is the one that can make that happen.
Yeah.
You know, we're already halfway through Zone 2, and I'm really not seeing the makings of that yet.
With the chaff emitters, the dream could be real.
I mean, like, my only chance with Cleo would be to be trying to, like, block enough with mid-row to not die. I guess if I got Hunter Wings at the end of Zone 2, that would improve my chances somewhat. Because I have plenty of energy now, so it wouldn't, like, be a problem to be able to use it. Ion Converter would also be pretty good for that reason. But I don't know, at least with what we've gotten so far, I'm not super keen on our chances. I think we may just take Bubbler here. It'd be useful for protecting our mid-row stuff.
I guess.
Unless you'd rather, I don't know.
I just don't think that Bubbler is all that useful. 'Cause, like, it's every 4 cards played you get a bubble, and, like...
Yeah, but, like, 90% of my deck is Isaac cards now, so...
I just feel like Bubbler would be a lot more useful if it procced more often.
I guess.
For an artifact that feels pretty...
Yeah, I mean, it's never been like a high-tier artifact. It's always been kind of one of the, well, whatever, I guess I'll take it kind of ones, but... On an Isaac solo run, I feel like it carries a little more water. You know, certainly it'd be nice to protect the Jupiter drones or some of those battalion drones.
Yeah.
Then again, there are a lot of enemies besides Cleo that do have Seekers, and our battles are running long enough that we are going to run into those, so...
I think that would be more funny.
Yeah, we'll take Jeff. Ah, small crystal, but funny shaped.
Chunk. Conveniently
chunky.
sized chunk.
Chunky crystal. Okay, so if I move one to the right, play my battalion, parallel shift to move them two to the right, and then drop mine. I think that might be my best play here. Because then I don't lose any drones and I do 4 damage instead of 2. Of course, that also leaves me without evade, which is now going to be annoying. I do have scattershot though, and Jupiters. Can't really put the Jupiters anywhere particularly useful for scattershot though.
I mean, okay, so if you put a Jupiter out, drone shift to the left, basic shot to destroy your shield drone, and then scatter shot, it would still do something.
I guess, but I can get the same effect just by moving my drones out of the way and playing basic shot and scatter shot.
Fine.
I'm just thinking about the best way to go about this.
That's fine.
Honestly, maybe I just skip playing scattershot here. I don't know. Or, actually... Yeah, I guess it's not... It's just not a great turn regardless. Yeah, the lack of movement is definitely causing me some issues here. Okay, This spacing is really annoying because I keep ending up in this huge chasm between these two parts. I can't hit with scatter shot, so that doesn't really provide me any useful movement either, since it doesn't get me in range. I could move over with it and then spend my evade to get into range, but then I would be in for 4 damage. 2 of which I could block with a drone, I guess, but it still doesn't really seem like it would be worth it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like this turn. I don't like this battle.
Yeah.
Not a huge fan of how any of this is going. But what can you do? This is a wacky daily for sure. Okay, we got our missile shot, but I don't have the evade to line up the piercing damage part of it. I do, however, with parallel shift, have just enough rightward movement to where I could get the Jupiter out of the way and hit with the corrosion. But then I would take damage because I only have 3 shield. That doesn't seem worth it either. Not loving this. I could really use more evade. I think I really should have upgraded basic dodge to basic dodge B instead of missile shot. As like fun as it is to have piercing and corrosion, I would have gotten more practical benefit out of the extra evade. I guess with parallel shift I have just enough to where I could drop a mine and leave it in front of that 4 damage. Yeah, parallel shift, space mine shift. Yep, Dunkel had the same idea at the same time. That seems like an okay option. That's something at least. Not a whole lot else I can do this turn unless I want to just destroy my drone. Which I guess the basic shot would get me the same amount of damage, but like, is it really worth it? Probably not. Rather just keep the drone.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we have our ed break coming up here, and I'm not really close to the end of this fight, so I'm just going to take it here in the mid of the battle. We will be back in 3 or 4 minutes. Now's a great time to get up and take care of yourself, get some food, get some water, and we'll see you back here in just a bit.
Bye-bye.
Alright, hey y'all.
Hello.
Let's get this over with. What a miserable ship. I guess Scattershot would be useful here for movement, because it would at least let me line up my missile bay. And I do have a basic dodge in addition to that. If I were to Scattershot and basic dodge, I could line up both my missile bay and my cannon for missile shot, but then I wouldn't have any way to block that 4 damage attack, which would be bad news. I could get over there and drop a Jupiter drone instead, but I don't have any other attacks to use, so that wouldn't be very useful. I guess I could just drop the attack drone to block the 4. And then just block the 1 with shields. That seems like an awful lot of work to go through just to be able to do 1 damage this turn, but I don't see much better of an option. If I had 1 more energy and could play all of my cards, then I could Scattershot and basic dodge to get into that alignment, and then play the missile shot, and then intentionally destroy the missile with 1 drone, and then block the shot with the other drone. Which would be kind of extra, but it would at least let me do a little more damage. But I don't have that energy anyways, so yeah, really the only thing I can see doing here is either just staying put, playing the basic dodge, or Scattershot, basic dodge, attack drone. I guess I could basic dodge 1 to the left and drop the drone and then stay put there. Scatter, missile shot, basic dodge, go left attack drone. Yeah, I mean that would miss with the piercing, but it would at least apply the corrode. That's a fair point. That could be worth doing. It's still got more than half health, so the corrode would definitely be helpful, especially with how many turns I haven't really been able to effectively damage it. Yeah, that seems wise. The scatter, missile shot, basic dodge to the left, block that attack. That's the turn. Of course, now all our drones are way off to the right where they're not much help, and we're absolutely getting slammed. Okay, this is bad news. Okay, so I can block one of these 3s with the energy drone. Probably better to block the 1 in front of me, but then if I were to draw... Well, Scattershot's in discard, so I'm not going to draw that anyway. The only thing I would really be helped by drawing here would be basic dodge. I'm gonna take some damage here. I should have stayed put last turn after all, I guess. Yikes. I did get parallel shift, but that doesn't help a ton, since it can't move things left. I think I still want to actually Solar Breeze left. I want to drop Energy Drone and Solar Breeze left, because that way the Jupiter blocks the other one. Yeah, I kind of do want to start playing cards before the Solar Breeze. Yeah, and I think that's my best option, yeah. Because, like, if nothing else, that drops it to 4 damage total, whereas blocking this one, I would still have 6 damage total. Well, there's no scatter shot because of... Yeah, I got attack drone. Okay. So moving it right would have been better. So then I could have attack drone in parallel to block both of these. Oh well.
I mean...
I guess I still can.
You still have parallel shift, yeah.
Yeah, if I attack drone and then I parallel shift to move it, use both shift to move it to the right, it'll still block those two.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's still better than taking 4 damage, so... Ouch. Okay, well, that's a little better. I can at least dodge now.
Yep.
I suppose I have 4 energy anyways, so I may as well just play all of this. Okay, glad I dropped the mine.
Yep. Well, at the very least, you can get some dodge back.
Yeah.
And if you wanted to, you can actually just move one to the right, take one shield, and drop the Jupiter again.
Yeah. I was thinking about it, yeah. That evade is pretty useful to have, though. I don't know. But yeah, probably better to get it out while I have the chance. Okay, we got that solar breeze again. This seems like a good time for it. Shift things left. That the Jupiter's actually lined up, and then hopefully draw an attack. Nope, just more drones. Okay. Not a whole lot of difference here regardless. I guess another attack drone. Rug.
Sure. Or an energy drone because it costs more and there's nothing to lose.
I mean, I could also just move myself one to the left and destroy my Jupiter with an attack drone or something and then play the space mine. Because the Jupiter's not going to deal any damage at this point anyway. Like, it's done for either way.
Yeah, sure, do it.
It does mean using my last evade, but it'll get it down to 2 health, so...
So, why wouldn't you drop an energy drone before moving then?
I mean, I guess there's no reason not to.
Yeah,
I have the energy, yeah.
For next turn.
Sure. I mean, it'll block my cannon next turn and I won't have evade, so I would need to shoot it if I wanted to get it out of the way. That's the only downside I can think of.
I guess. I don't know. Just thoughts.
That's fair. I think I'll skip playing it because I only need to do 2 damage, and I'll probably have the energy to make that happen.
That's fair.
Sorry, Stinky. You were in the way. Well, I guess a space mine does 2 damage, and I can block the attack that'll hit before it, so...
GG.
That'll do it. That was long and drawn out.
What a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
But hey, you only lost 2 hull.
Crystalline Offshoot is not usually that much of a utter pain. Oh, these are all interesting. We haven't seen any of these yet this run.
Nope.
Radio control might actually be pretty worthwhile
I
here.
like that. Yeah. Actually, I like that quite a bit, because if you combine that with whatever your missile B is, you can actually throw something out immediately on the same turn.
Yeah, that's true. Not sure if I could have made up a worse shuffle. Yeah, I really did not get good RNG in a good portion of that fight. I also just had several bad hands. Oh, Grazer Beam seems lovely. Piercer is also good, but I think with all of the shuffle shenanigans going on, Grazer is better value.
I do think Grazer Beam is much better here.
Would have been really nice to have, like, before that.
Well,
but, you know. That's how these things go. Okay, so I think we're really overdue for a movement upgrade of some kind, whether it's Parallel Shift A or a Basic Dodge B. Having the Solar Breeze B has definitely helped because it lets me move things left even after I've exhausted that initial drone shift. Part of me is thinking Parallel Shift A is a good move just on account of that, because the whole only being able to move drones right thing really sucks. A Basic Dodge B would be pretty nice too. The energy is not really as much of a concern anymore. It would more so just like get it out of the way and also let me get more of it at once. Honestly, maybe I should have taken that card that gives you 2 drone shift and 1 evade, because now that I have oodles of energy, that would be a little more worthwhile.
Yeah, that's fair.
I guess Parallel Shift A seems like it might be a little more worthwhile than the basic dodge upgrade here.
I like being able to choose where the drones go.
Yeah. Having more flexibility on drone shift definitely seems nice.
And having Parallel Shift not exhaust feels really good.
Yeah.
So...
seeing as we don't have other sources of drone shift, it is important to keep that one viable.
Yeah, yeah, I think you're right on that probably being a more advantageous upgrade.
Sure. Oh, that just looks wrong. Okay.
Yeah.
The fists are still on the outsides, though. That sucks. What?
This just looks like geometry corruption in a 3D game.
Yeah, kinda. Oh, you know what? I should have put out a shield drone there so I would have more block for this annoying fist that's coming my way. I guess I can still battalion here. Oh wait, no, I have chaff emitters. Oh, this is great. I forgot we got that.
Oh.
Because this does count as a homing missile.
Sure does. You just gotta move one more away.
Well, I'm 2 or more.
Or drone shifted away.
I'm already far ugh. It's 2 or more spaces. I'm 2 spaces away from it, so we're good.
Oh,
We're
I thought it was
clear.
more than 2. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, we're fine. Sweet. I might still get parallel shift and throw things off to the left just so I can chuck battalion out. Granted, I would lose one of the attack drones off of it, but I kind of need to do something here, otherwise I'll take hull damage anyway, so.
Yeah.
Ooh, got that Jupiter lined up. Also got radio control. This is an interesting turn. Okay. Oh, but if I drone shift things closer to me, that missile will hit.
You don't need to.
I know.
Well, if you radio control first, the fist will go away.
Oh, that's a fair point. That does affect missiles.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay, yeah, so if I radio control, I can get rid of the fist. Then I can play a basic dodge and hop to the right.
Yep.
Push these things to the left with that last drone shift, and then play the missile shot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Does mean missing the weak spot with the Jupiter, but not the biggest of deals.
The Jupiter survives another turn.
Yep. Yeah, nice. Okay, so basic dodge right, push my drones left, play that missile shot, boom boom, and the corrode. Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, the Jupiter's now way the heck over there, but you know, it's fine.
You got
Suppose
another one somewhere.
I have scatter shot, so I can also become way the heck over there myself.
Won't Riggs get very pissy?
I think she gives you a warning first. I want to say it's only the second time that you fly away that she gets particularly upset.
Okay.
I could be remembering wrong. But it's also like, you have to be completely not overlapping her ship at all. It's not just dodging her cannons, so.
Oh, it's
yeah, it
just... Yeah, okay.
might not be the case for Mecha rigs.
Big possum.
I suppose doing this means I do lose that attack drone. That's too bad. But I'm getting near the end anyway, so.
Yeah. Another solid turn or two. Oh, you get your other Jupiter here.
Yeah. Also radio control, but not much to use it with. I also don't really have a good place to put that Jupiter unless I stick it where that 2 damage cannon is gonna go, and then move back to where I am to attack twice. Which actually should be enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that. That is just barely enough.
Hee.
Alright, well, we
Another
squeezed our
Jupiter.
way through. I think the Jupiter is... If we take anything, it should be that.
Yeah. I agree.
I don't know if it's really worth having 3 of them. We're not even consistently using 2 of them. Kinda so-so on it.
Hey.
Alright, honestly, I say we just skip it.
That pains me.
It just isn't giving us much value. Like, it isn't impacted by radio control, and we don't have many strong attacks for it. And it's hard enough to line up everything in the first place.
I feel you. Underwings!
Oh, and high frequency, though.
We have so much energy, though.
We do have so much energy. Genesis, honestly, isn't even that bad, considering the amount of energy we have. Hunter Wings does... I don't know, we have been wanting that, and that does seem like it would genuinely help. I like Genesis Canister.
I think it's good.
Genesis Canister could be really good value, but it also could suck.
I feel Hunter Wings would help survivability so much.
Yeah, we'll take it. Certainly it would make Cleo more viable if that was something we wanted to try, but I'm really not feeling it still. I don't have a cohesive strategy going with this. I'm just kind of, you know, throwing things at the wall and trying to survive.
Now we need tridimensional cockpit. Transdimensional, whatever it is.
That's a max artifact.
Whatever. Reduce all of the ship to nothing.
So if I get an energy drone out, I can actually play radio control for free. Because it'll give me energy from the energy drone. That's kind of fun.
I mean, no?
Yes. It costs 1, and then the energy drone gives me 1 once I play it.
But the energy drone costs 2 to play.
Yes, but radio control is free. That's what I was saying.
Okay, sorry. I got the thing that was free flipped in my head.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm just saying, like, I can drop out 2 drones and then
Yeah, I get
radio control and get a free radio control.
I get you.
But of course I should have gone for the shield at the end of last turn instead of the evade, because now I'm gonna take damage. Nice. Love it.
Well, not necessarily.
I don't
If you
see...
move and then throw the Jupiter out.
Yeah, I only have 1 movement though. It's gonna hit... Oh, right, Hunter Wings. Duh. Yay, Hunter Wings. Okay, thank you for reminding me.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that. And I have 5 energy, so I can still play all my cards. That's great. It would be really neat if this thing would stop doing that particular targeting, thanks.
Oh, but it loves the cockpit so much.
I guess I have enough Drone shift here. I could missile shot and then scatter shot and still then just shift the missile to still hit. I would only need to move it 3 to the right.
Sure.
That seems worthwhile, because the scatter shot would get me out of the way of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Although it is kind of a shame to not be able to play that shield drone. Could really use the shield.
I do love Battalion here.
Yeah. I could even space mine Solar Breeze first.
Yeah, I love that plan. It's free damage.
Well, it cost me a drone shift, but it's not that bad.
It's free enough damage.
Well, Scattershot would still get me out of the way even though it wouldn't hit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Grazer Beam.
Yeah,
nice.
buddy.
Still get a little
Finally used it.
I can drop another drone.
Right, it pierces. I forgot about that.
It does?
It's hull damage. I don't think it goes to shield.
Went to shield. I mean, it just says takes 1 damage. I guess, yeah. It's like Sharp Edges in that regard. I have 3 energy here. I guess I could play an energy drone and radio control. I mean, it made the hull damaging sound rather than the hitting shield sound, but yeah. I wasn't paying close attention to what it actually took off of.
Maybe I'm wrong. I thought it was hull damage specifically, but I could be wrong.
Anyways, I could drop any of these drones here, really, and if I wanted to spend my shift, I could drop 2 drones, but... probably the energy drone would be better value? I don't know.
And then you could radio control.
But the attack drone might be more handy on a later turn. Getting more damage in is good.
If you do the attack... I'm thinking. There's no way you could actually get that over.
No, not this turn.
I still think you're probably going to have 3 turns total.
Yeah, I think we dropped the energy drone.
Yeah, I think so too.
More options is always good.
And if you're lucky, you can hopefully get it in 2 turns because of that.
Okay, I guess if I play both of these dodges and up to the right, I can actually hit, but it's not going to pierce, so there's not much point. There's no way I can get an attack drone actually lined up this turn. I guess I can dodge 1 to the left and put an attack drone out for next turn. That seems like the best option.
Yeah, you may as well get the dodge built up anyhow. Well, at least it conveniently lined itself up.
Yeah, that was kind of my thinking. Again, there's not much point in using my basic shot because it's not going to pierce, so shift it over, drop the attack drone. I guess I could... Well, I mean, I have the parallel shift as well. Okay, so if I move one to the right, use my basic shot and my scatter shot, that'll take it down to 4 hull. Yeah, there's no way I can kill it this turn, I don't think. Because even if I could hit with both attack drones after that, it would still have 2. 1, I guess, after the corrode, but I'm probably gonna kill it next turn regardless of how I play this turn.
If you... Let me think this through.
There's no way I have the damage to kill it this turn. Just doesn't add up.
If you drone shift to the left, and then let me think that through.
Like, no matter what I do, there's just not enough damage between the 2 attack drones and the 2 attacks. Because it still has 1 shield left, and the attacks don't pierce.
No, I'm thinking. Just trying to big brain something. You have 5 energy. Okay. So you parallel shift A. And you move things over 3 to the right. Basic. No, you wouldn't want to do that. You would want to... No, you'd still be 1 away. You'd need 1 more evade for that. Okay, never mind. If you had 1 more evade, you could do something really stupid.
I can line it up so that everything hits. I just can't kill this turn regardless. So it's kind of moot.
I was trying to think of a way to do something stupid with Grazer Beam. That's all.
That's fair. Hello, Mouse Master. Thank you for the raid. How was your stream? You were doing Peglin, right? Welcome, everybody. I'm Vlad. This is Tormod.
Hello.
We're playing some Cobalt Core, doing another daily as usual.
Actually, hold up.
What's up?
Oh, no. Never mind. That wouldn't... Yeah, never mind.
So I can get it within 1, but can't get it that turn, so I just have to hope I can get it this turn. Which it looks like with the Jupiter I can. Because the Jupiter pierces.
Yep.
There we go.
Yeah, so this is a modifier for a daily run, where it's a solo modifier, and Isaac is all by his lonesome.
Yeah. Isaac does talk to his drones a good bit, though. I mean, he also talks to Cat. You do still have Cat, so... Here's Flex Move again. I don't know. I'm starting to think maybe we should just take it.
Honestly, I think it wouldn't even be that bad of an upgrade card, too. Not that I'm sure we have too many options for that left, but...
I don't think we're getting any more upgrades. Well, okay, we hadn't actually looked at routing. Yeah, I mean, we'll take 1 more upgrade before the Cobalt if we choose not to fight Cleo, but...
I still think it's a solid card.
It is, yeah. I think the movement is kind of what we're lacking most often here, so having another...
And, like, even with it being 2 cost, we're still
that.
Strong with energy right now.
Yeah, we've been doing a lot better energy-wise.
So we're going bottom route then, I'm guessing?
Yeah, it seems like the clear winner in terms of points potential.
Yep.
Elites are worth 25 more points than a normal fight, so...
Hello, Dillian. Sup.
Taking the route in a daily run that has the most elites is usually your best bet for getting most points, although occasionally that's not the case. Yeah, fighting Cleo with only Isaac seems really tricky. Like, having all that mid-row for blocking is great, but other than that, you just don't have the damage potential to get a quick kill.
I also don't.
So much of Isaac's damage relies on drones, which just aren't going to survive turn to turn.
Nah.
With that much coming at you.
I don't think it's a controversial opinion, especially considering like so much of the game's bread and butter is formulated around synergies between decks.
I think solo runs are really fun because they just push me outside of my normal box of thinking in a way that other modifiers don't. Like, it's a fun way to just really focus in on a specific character's mechanics and try and think of how I can still make them viable.
Yeah.
And it allows me to use cards I otherwise wouldn't a lot of the time.
Yeah.
But it's still like, yeah, it's not something I would want to do every day, that's for sure.
Solo Suggins win.
Right.
Ugh.
I mean, we could. We have the mods. We could make it happen.
We have the technology.
I want to say the only solos I've done in a daily have been Isaac, Cat, and Max, and there's maybe even one more.
The Cat solo...
Those are the three that I remember well.
That was a surprisingly fun daily.
Yeah, that one went really well for me.
Yep.
Anyways, I should probably actually take my turn.
Well.
There's a few ways I could handle this, but Dillion turn 1, I mean, it's got all that shield. Actually, with that in mind, yeah, getting my drone out and getting some piercing damage in turn 1 is probably my biggest priority here.
Yeah, and hopefully we get Battalion and Radio Repeater and it'll be done soon.
Maybe.
Oh, it does not go past shields.
No.
Okay, I was wrong. I thought it did. Huh. Interesting, Shaka.
Was that something that was adjusted over time to be more even, or? That seems like a somewhat undesirable behavior.
Dizzy solo could be fun. I do love myself some Dizzy.
Well, we got our radio control. Let's get both these drones over there so they can take advantage of it.
Yeah, for sure. Huh.
Fair enough. Gotta love primes. Oh, I forgot about that mechanic. That's really nasty. Oh god, I wasn't even thinking about that, because the ship shuffle means that the cannon's outside the part that expands. Oh my gosh. That was awful.
Huh.
Wow, alright, yeah, because the order of the part behaviors goes left to right, so this part adds on a ship part before the cannon fires, so it actually is going to fire one to the right of where it looks like it will. That's terrible. That is terrible. I don't think I've ever fought Shuffled Dillion before. Yeah, that's, Yeah, Evil Dillion is accurate, yeah.
Alright, well...
Battalion should do the trick here. Yeah, that was nasty. Definitely did not need to lose that 3 hull, but I just didn't see it coming at all.
Yeah...
What a jerk. Oh yeah, that's true, because Lyra on hardest does the whole, like, expanding and contracting thing. Every other turn, or every other 2 turns, I forget. Radio Control B has retained. That's kind of nice.
I like that. Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, well, this has not been my best run. It hasn't been my worst run, but it has not been my best. Safe arrangements for enemy ship layouts. That's fair, yeah. I mean, it is kind of an odd edge case thing, like... It's not something I would have thought about until it happened. Okay, I think now is a good time for Jupiter. Granted, actually, since we have the flex move anyways... Oh, but I don't have enough energy for that. Yeah, I think I'll do Jupiter because that pierces.
Yeah.
As nice as it would be to leave a mine to help get rid of that missile.
Oh no. It's cancer.
What? Oh. Because crabs. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Hold on, let me write this down. Gotta get those crab facts.
Gotta get that wonderful Isaac notepad sprite.
Yep.
Get good usage out of that.
Ugh, excuse me there. Had to sneeze real quick. I guess if I burned, like, most of my evade, I could get missile shot in and double the piercing. That seems like it might be worthwhile.
Yeah, it's not bad. Love that.
And then with my parallel shift, I can push that out of the way and not take damage. Pop an attack drone and grab some dodge.
Yep. Toxic crab.
Okay, radio control kinda sucks when the enemy has drones and missiles.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I could basic block and then just tank the Seeker.
Yeah, that seems the best way to do that.
Yeah, because it would be a shame to waste the opportunity to do the extra damage here. And I have enough energy to play all my cards, so I can also get a basic with the 2 Jupiters.
Yeah. Should be fine.
I'm just thinking about... Yeah, I mean, like, I could shift it so that the missile would miss, but then I'd just get hit by the attack drone, so...
Well, actually, the attack drone would only do 1.
No, it would do 2. It's a Mark
Oh, it's
II.
a Mark II, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
no difference either way, I'd rather just do it now.
Sure.
But if I'm not mistaken, we should have lethal here with this.
Yeah.
Oh, is there... Well, okay, yeah, if I move left first...
Yep. And then put the Jupiter out,
down,
and then
move over, yeah. Now we're well in the clear, yep.
Yep.
Didn't strictly even need the second Jupiter, but it was there.
Well, attack drone A isn't bad.
No, actually, that's not bad at all.
Alright, who we got? Duncan!
Alright, the asteroids are gonna be interesting here.
And the drills are on the outside.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, actually, that kind of sucks. Unless you have Hunter Wings.
I do have Hunter Wings, that is true. Hunter Wings will help here.
The cannon is going right for the scaffold. Could be worse.
Yeah, I think I need to use my evade and Hunter Wings here in order to not take damage. There's not really any better way to do it. Unless I used battalions solely to clear asteroids and then put out a space mine, but that would be a big waste. And it wouldn't even help, I would still take damage.
Yeah.
So we need to Hunter Wings this.
Yeah.
Not much else we can even do this turn, really, with all the rocks in the way. What?
I'm sorry. The idea of radio control for a bunch of rocks is just funny to me.
All the rocks take a turn.
They float.
Gotta let the rocks have their turn. Oh, yeah, I guess... Okay, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That is fair input. I did just use my only evade. No, yeah, I see what you mean now that I didn't see that opportunity until after I moved. But yeah, if I were to destroy an asteroid with a basic shot, shift the rocks so that the gap was there, then missile shot, shift the rocks one more,
yeah,
the missile would hit. So I could deal corrode right away.
And then wait a long time.
Yeah, and that would still leave me with 1 energy, so I would still be able to avoid damage here with the Hunter Wings.
Alright, relaunch.
No, I don't need to relaunch, I can just do it already. Like, I have the opportunity.
Oh, okay.
It uses some drone shift, but that's fine. Yeah, see, at this point, I have 1 energy for Hunter Wings, and the corrode still hits.
Yeah,
so.
Okay.
I mean, if this goes poorly and we need to relaunch so as not to lose the run, I think we will, because, like, we're already to Zone 3. Yep. I don't want to start over, but...
I feel you.
Okay, we got a basic dodge so we can get our dodge back. We have a drone shift left, so we can block that. I think probably we put the attack drone A out and then shift right, and that way we still get that attack drone damage. And we can drop another drone to the left of it, maybe energy drone.
Yeah, sure.
Although space is kind of at a premium, so it might be better to drop a Jupiter. Either way, I think attack drone shift right is probably better. Basic dodge. Or if I drop the energy drone, then I can play radio control for free and then basic dodge.
Yeah, may as well.
And get some extra damage out of it.
Yeah.
Drill gap drill, yeah. That would be tricky. Not that this is a great layout, but thank goodness for Hunter Wings, right?
Oh, we just got a parallel shift.
Yeah, I suppose I could. I would lose the attack drone that way, but...
Well... Yeah, I guess. This could just be a charge up your resources turn, I guess.
That seems like the best way to play it.
Yeah.
I don't want to be, like... I can afford to lose a turn by not... or lose a point by not playing much this turn. I would rather that than lose hull damage on a later turn because I spent all my movement.
See, that was just funny to me.
Well, here's a good scatter shot.
Yep.
Although it's not... Yeah, I can't pierce with any of this, so it's not really that worth it to actually do.
Because you'd still have to spend an evade to move over anyway.
Yeah. And then it would miss the attack drone. So it's probably actually better for me to dodge left and drop another drone.
Yeah, I would do that. And even drop 2 drones. No, you can't. I'm done.
There's rocks in the way, yeah.
Yeah.
A shield drone would probably be a smart thing to drop, but I'm gonna be risky and drop an attack drone.
Bisky.
I guess if I really wanted to be cheeky, I could blow up my own energy drone and then get a grazer beam in, but that would also bounce off shields anyway, so
Yeah,
not much point.
Not really worth. You're not moving? Oh yeah, duh, you don't need to. Haha!
You love the hunter wings.
Yeah, I'm getting to the special sleepy part of the night.
Fair enough, yeah. Okay, that is 5.
We just gotta move over 1.
I suppose that's true. I'm just thinking about our options here.
Rigs?
No, not rigs. I do have 3 evade if I play flex move. So if I move 1 to the right... Well, there's not even any reason to do that. What am I thinking?
Yeah, shrug. You don't even have any attacks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just move 1 left and sit.
Yep. Oh, but radio control. That's kind of nice.
That is awfully nice, actually.
Okay, so given flex move, actually, if I move this 1 left, move myself 1 right,
Yeah.
drop the other attack drone,
Yeah.
flex move. Oh, but I wouldn't have enough energy to also still have hunter wings, and I kind of need the hunter wings. I mean, I could still do it, but I wouldn't be able to radio control. And I'll get more out of radio control than I will by dropping another drone.
Yeah.
So I'm better off just basic dodge, flex move, radio control, hunter wings.
Yeah. You wanna... Yeah.
Oh, dang it. No, I could have done it because the energy drone. I forgot about the energy drone giving me an energy for playing radio control. Oh well.
Yeah.
It's 1 damage different, or 2 damage different, I guess.
Actually, he's gonna die anyway.
Yeah.
We're done!
We're good. It's fine.
Bye! Hey look, head break.
Yes, it has been an
Oh,
hour,
look,
so
another
we
Jupiter.
are at that time. We're gonna take a quick ad break. Now's a great time to get up, get some water, stretch, do all that good stuff. We'll see you back here in just a few minutes.
Bye-bye.
Okay, hey friends. We are back and ready to rumble. I do think it's kind of funny that I Like, I always title these streams before I know what the daily is going to be, and I specifically mentioned colorful cards in the title, and then we got a solo run where all the cards are one color. That would happen. Anyways, we have a second missile shot or a third Jupiter drone here. Not sure I really want either of those. Kinda so-so on it. I think the missile shot just requires a little too much positioning finesse to be especially worthwhile.
Yeah.
And we already skipped the third Jupiter once, and I still kind of feel like that was the right choice, so I think we just skip this.
Yeah.
Fracture detection and fracture detection and crosslink. I think crosslink might be the better thing, but we're not attacking that much. Still, though, I don't know. That evade could be really important. And again, so could that brittle.
I think fracture detection for the meme.
I mean, we do have pretty wide distribution of damage because of all the drones, so fracture detection is good for that reason.
And also the possibility of making a mistake.
What do you mean?
Apologizing next loop.
Oh, no, I really don't think that's a good idea. I'm not gonna go for that. Like, I'm gonna be satisfied if I get this run completed and, you know, get a score on the board, but I'm not going for the best of the seed here. This has not been that kind of a run.
Fair enough.
I've had a stressful enough week without trying to put myself through that. I mean, what all do we have left? It's one elite fight, 2 elite fights, then the Cobalt, so literally 3 battles.
I still think that fracture detection is pretty useful.
Yeah, it could be. Oh boy, I don't think we're quick killing this. I don't actually know which of these cannons are the live ones, because I wasn't paying attention really closely when the shuffle happened.
Good luck!
It does look like the cannons are all kinda on the left side, so that's a good sign at least.
Well, I mean, if you hover over them...
Well, they're all gonna say cannon, it's just which ones actually fire.
Well,
There's only 3 of them actually attack.
Yeah, they don't, like, look like elephant trunks.
Yeah. But yeah, I think I just put all the drones out and hope for the best.
YOLO, let's go!
Literally all the drones, I guess.
Sure. Sounds delightful.
Oh, hey. Look at that.
How convenient.
Okay, so there is one of these that's... Yeah, and I do actually have to block that if I want to not take damage. Okay, I guess I'll spend all my shift on first turn.
Well, conveniently, though.
It does double the big one, yeah.
Yeah.
Also means I lose 3 drones here, though, which definitely sucks. So hopefully I get good draw next turn, because, okay, I can work with that. That's not too bad.
Radio control...
Yeah.
...is great.
Yeah. And And I'm actually better off playing Parallel Shift and Basic Dodge as opposed to Flex Move since I have... Well, no, never mind. It'd be
They're
literally the same. Yeah.
Yeah. Well...
Yeah, I think
Hold up.
What?
So, like...
Yeah, if I play the drone shift first, I can move it over so that it's hitting the brittle spot before I radio control.
Well, if you save an energy at the end, you don't have to move.
That's also true.
So instead of spending 4 energy and only spending 3, you can Hunter Wings and not worry about the 5.
I guess, yeah.
Just a thought.
Yeah, but if I move, I can shift the attack drone over first and then drop the shield drone to take the 2 instead of the attack drone.
Yeah, I mean...
And then I'll get more damage.
Yeah, there are a lot of ways you can do it. Yeah, go for it.
I think I'm probably better off moving.
Sure.
Because double damage is pretty good value.
Oh boy.
Yeah, definitely that fracture detection came in clutch this particular fight.
Yep.
As boom, boom, ow.
That's a song.
That is a song. But I did not sing it, so no copyright. Anyways.
Skip it.
Yeah. I mean, 3 drone shift for 2 cost. Plus pebbles, not terrible, but...
Stun Cal.
Ooh, Stun Cal, Overcharger, Gravel Recycler.
I think Stun Cal is like the easy winner here.
Yeah, Overcharge is usually a better value, but we're doing a lot of our damage with drones and not attacks, so... I like Stun Calibrator for protecting the Jupiters.
Yep.
And occasionally protecting the me.
Oh, hey, look at that.
Cockpit lock-on, also nice.
I love that.
I guess jumper cables would have done something because of Evil Dillion, but...
Isaac, the drones can't talk.
Or get headaches. Which of you shall I teach this time? Gee, I wonder.
This is unskippable.
It's skippable if we say I don't trust.
Well, I'm saying,
yeah,
like, if you look at the cards, you can't skip them.
I usually skip this event in dailies because of that.
Yeah.
I don't really need cards, and they're
pass
oftentimes just commons, so...
Skip it.
I would much rather have gotten Ephemeral Blast out of that one, but...
Yeah.
Oh well. Oh boy, it's Colossus.
It's,
At least it's shuffled so it doesn't have all its cannons in the same place.
Yeah.
Thinking through my options here real quick, sorry. There's a lot of ways I could play this. If I basic dodge one to the left, and then scatter shot. One, two, three, four. Yeah, I would be lined up to hit it. But of course it would also be lined up to hit me, and I wouldn't have any way of blocking that 4 damage. Or that 2 damage attack. So that's not really a viable strat. I could just go for the missile shot here to get the extra corrode and destroy my attack drone. Kinda suck to destroy my attack drone, but I guess I have enough shift I could probably just move things out of the way and move them back.
That seems like a good strat.
Yeah, so if I move one to the left with my basic dodge, then I shift 2 to the right, fire off the missile shot,
and then just shift things back.
To the left,
yeah. I think that's better, yeah.
And I have enough energy, I can drop a attack drone first, so that extra drone is there. That worked out pretty well. Hey, look, radio control.
There's something really delightful about just stacking more corrode on Rusting Colossus.
Yeah.
Be like, no, you're not dying fast enough.
I suppose that is kind of Prism-like, yeah. Prism-like.
Yep.
It's too bad there's no way to get those other 2 drones out. I just don't have enough movement to make it happen.
Victory lap.
Suppose so.
Hey, you found the brittle spot.
Right at the end. Yep. Rock Factory A. I could have free rocks every turn that destroy all my drones.
I love that for you.
I am kind of curious what that run would look like, but... Okay, Armored Bay seems like a fine choice here. Not likely to come into play, but certainly won't hurt. What are we gonna do for our last upgrade? Because I am not about to take that risk. Fighting Cleo seems ill-advised right now. I mean, I don't even really see a super obvious... Yeah. A second attack drone A does seem like reasonably good value. Maybe a basic dodge B now that we have flex move. And again, I wouldn't want to reduce the ability to get evade later in the combat. Yeah, I guess attack drone A is probably a decent way to go here. Now Isaac is truly alone. Ooh, okay, that's funky.
Well, it ain't the cockpit.
Yeah, I suppose we don't know where the riddle spot is still. If I throw a battalion to the right, one of the attack drones would survive because it would stun. I guess I have enough dodge with basic dodge or flex move that I can get out from under this 5 damage attack here, which would be good because I don't want to tank that.
Actually, if you move one to the left and throw out battalion. Oh shit, never mind. For some reason I thought you had radio control.
Yeah, I don't.
If you did, then the second shot would stun the one.
No,
because the stun calibrator.
Stun calibrator only affects attacks, not drones.
Really?
Yeah, it's just after your first attack you gain a stun charge, which charges your next attack. That
For
only
some reason
matters
I
for
thought
attacks.
that... Okay, sorry, my bad. Nope. Never mind.
I still think that putting battalion in that spot is probably my best bet for this turn for avoiding damage, but...
Yeah. Bah.
Yeah.
Here, I thought I was being all clever. Not that you had the card to play that anyway.
Okay, so I could either play the basic dodge and move 2 to the left, or I could not play the basic dodge, move 1 to the left, and use Hunter Wings. Not a huge difference either way. I guess moving 2 to the left would put me more behind my drones, but only one of them is going to survive this turn anyways.
Yeah, I would just move once and Hunter Wings it up.
That seems like a good idea.
And we'll see if the one spot is the brittle. It is not.
Okay, so the first and third slots are not brittle. I know that much.
So the card yeeting slot could be. The 2 slot could be. And everything over on the right could be.
Trying to think of the best way to block my damage here.
Yes. 4, 7, 9 through 11. Okay.
If I use literally all of my shift, I can block both the 2 and the 4. Or I guess I wouldn't even need to use all of it to block both of those. I just wouldn't be able to put out both of these drones if I didn't. Probably better to save a little bit of shift and only put out the 2 drones. Or the 1 additional drone, you know what I mean? I guess I can still put all of them out, because Grazer Beam will still do damage, just won't pierce. Okay, so if I move this right to block this 2 damage shot, put an attack drone out into the gap, right again, got the other attack drone. Now I won't take damage, take radio control for some extra damage.
And you got Grazer Beam in there.
Yep. And get my shift back, and then we're good.
Nice. So...
That's not the
it's
cannon,
9 through 11.
It's not that wing.
Yeah, it's the 3 rightmost slots.
Can't be that, so it could be... Did we shoot the missile?
We did. Yeah, last turn you hit column 4.
I don't think I did, because I moved the attack drone over.
Hmm.
So it's either this or it's one of these.
This last turn it was 4, 7, 9 through 11. Okay, yeah, maybe you didn't check column 4. Okay.
Yeah.
Thought you did.
I would have if I hadn't moved the drone, but I moved the drone. Okay, if I stay put and use Hunter Wings here, I won't take damage. That being said, I can attack drone for free, and that'll stun that anyways. But I also have that missile shot to use. Think of how I can do this. If I put out my Jupiter now, use both my shift, then I can play missile shot. Oh, but then I wouldn't have anything blocking that. I do kind of need to be able to not take 3 damage from that center attack. Okay, so shift 1 over, missile shot, shift 1 back over, attack drone.
Sure, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It would be nice to play that dodge, but...
No, you got what you got.
Then Hunter Wings saves me the damage here.
Yep.
Still haven't hit this missile bay, still haven't hit these 3 spaces. Scattershot's of course going to move me in the wrong direction for that, but it's also my only way to move here. Not that I necessarily want to move, this is not a great turn to not have any evade or drone shift. Probably should have prioritized playing that evade last turn. Crap. Because then I could just slide to the left and I'd be fine. Dang it.
Yeah, Scattershot here.
I mean, Scattershot would move me 2 to the left, which wouldn't be the worst thing. It would still be less damage. It's not going to move the Cobalt because it's hitting a scaffold.
No, because if you move 2 to the left, your shields will take everything.
Yeah.
Actually, no, you won't even have to. Because it'll hit the armored spot.
Well,
and your... Yeah, it'll just hit the armored spot and you'll use Hunter Wings. It's
yeah,
fine.
so if I move 2 to the left, 1, 2, yeah, I'll be fine.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, so scattershot, and then I have 1 energy I can do something with. Besides that. I can't play a drone now because there's already a drone in the way and I need that to be there.
Yeah, scattershot first and then...
play a drone over here, it'll get destroyed, but I guess I could play a shield drone and just get a free shield out of it.
Actually, what you could do is you could scattershot, basic shot to hit the 4th column and see if that's the brittle spot.
Oh, sure, yeah, that's a fair point.
Yeah.
It is
not.
It
is not.
Okay.
Alright, so it's 9 through 11.
Brittle's way over on the right side. Those hunter wings are definitely value here.
Yep. No question.
Oh boy, I got radio control with no drones to speak of.
Yeah. Nones.
Well,
you got the energy drone, which is silly.
I do have the energy drone. I guess I should probably use that to block that center cannon. I don't really have much of a better strategy for this turn. I mean, I have just enough shield I could just take the shot. But
I wouldn't bother.
Yeah.
Just use the drone. Parallel shift, basic block, and then call it.
Yeah, I mean, I could drone control or radio control for free, but it wouldn't gain me anything, and that's the one that has retain, so I may as well keep it.
Yeah, I would keep it.
At least the corrode's still doing its thing.
Ever so slowly. 20 hull left.
Okay, we got our scatter shot again. We have drone control, we have radio control, we have mine, a couple drones. Scattershot would actually hit the enemy this time, so that would move things 4 effective.
Yeah, that gets you out of harm's way.
I would still take the 1, the cockpit, but I can block that. Actually, if I drop a mine before I move, then that'll hit the mine instead of me anyways.
Which is silly.
So mine and scattershot, that leaves me with 2 energy. I could use one of those for hunter wings, but it's also just a 1 damage attack, so I don't strictly need to. I guess I could burn a trash instead. Or I can drop a shield drone after I get over there. But yeah, I think Space Mine and then Scattershot is
that's the best start.
Opening start.
Yeah, if you drop the shield drone, it's like the same as moving, so...
Yeah, or as Hunter Wings.
Which, if you want a radio control... That's actually kind of pointless. Never mind.
Yeah, I mean, what I could have done is just dropped the attack instead of the shield drone there and then moved it over. And with radio control, I could actually hit shield, but that would still hit shield instead of piercing because grazer, so...
Well, you would have also moved the mine.
Yeah, but I'd be able to block it. It's still fine. You know, okay, I wasn't thinking about this earlier, but really I should have used the attack drone instead of the mine, because the attack drone would do piercing damage and the mine doesn't, even though the mine does more damage.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh well. Okay, here's another one where I'm fine if I sit still as long as I use Hunter Wings. So I think we pull out our attack drone here and make use of these radio controls. Okay, if I flex move, I move one to the right, and I save an energy for Hunter Wings, I can actually move this attack drone so it doesn't get destroyed this turn. I don't strictly need it to block that for me. That leaves me with 2 energy. I can play basic dodge to get that dodge back. I guess also drop a second attack drone. And that seems like the smart thing to do, just drop a second attack drone and then shift him right, so I'm blocking this one.
I'm kind of surprised that you wouldn't play a basic dodge and then move right, use Hunter Wings, and then just eat the one shield.
I guess I could, but I think I'd be better off saving the dodge for next turn.
That's fair.
Well, I can at least use the Jupiter drone as fodder.
Yep.
Almost there. Hasn't been a fast fight, but we're almost there. 9 turns so far. I guess I can just move left and use Hunter Wings here.
Yeah.
Kind of seems like my best option.
Yeah.
And then the drone and corrosion will kill. So yeah, that's game.
GG.
Got him with the corrode. As much as I feel like I probably should have upgraded a movement card early instead of that missile shot, it did come in handy to have the corrode, given how lengthy those combats were. 118 turns, that's a lot. I have had runs that have been like half of that.
I was gonna say, that exceeds my average.
Yeah.
Which is, granted, I'm not an inefficient player, however.
Oh well, we got through it and still got a decent score, so, you know, I don't feel bad about that.
813 is not bad, considering.
Interesting seed, to be sure.
Yep.
And I took, what, like 3 or 4 extra damage to Evil Dillion there that I definitely did not need to, so...
Yeah.
It could have been like an 825, but it's fine.
Evil
It's fine.
Dillion.
Oh, Dunkel just edged us out. Nicely done. Good scores.
Hell yeah.
All around. Curio just behind.
I know those people. I like those people.
Yeah, good people.
Yeah. Hey, look, you're up there too. You're good people.
Sometimes. Anyway, yeah, that was a good seed. Had a good time with that one. Thanks y'all for
The laser beam.
hanging out. I am kind of exhausted. I've had a long week-ish.
It's only Tuesday.
It's only Tuesday, yeah. No, I had job interviews yesterday and today and lots of other things going on, so my brain is done. Yeah, good job, Dunkel. Well played.
Hell yeah.
Obviously nobody's gotten Cleo on this run yet, but you know, I'm sure there's a way to do it. I'm not sure it's worth the effort.
Don't hell.
Anyway, yeah, we will be back on Thursday for our usual modded run. Thursday night, Friday morning, depending on your time zone. So I would love to see some of y'all back here for that. Otherwise, I hope you have a wonderful week. I'll see you around sometime. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.
Yeah, have a good night.
Yeah, Overcharger and Stun Calibrator is... I only saw them the one time, and they were both in the same option. But yeah, like, I feel like you'd have to get some really lucky RNG for the shuffle for that run, and have, like, all the Jupiters and all of that. It just... There's probably a way, but, like, in the sense that it would be restarting the fight a bajillion times. Slim odds. Actually, I've rambled long enough that I actually remembered. I'm going to check really quick if anyone's online to raid. Just on the off chance. Look like anyone else is playing Cobalt Core. Doesn't look like anyone I'm following is on. Okay, yeah. Alright, thanks for letting us ramble. We will see you next time.
Take care.
Midwest goodbye complete.